So this is probably one of the more embarrassing videos I'm going to be creating here about my carnivore diet and weight loss experience. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's in the bag. As you guys can see here, this is a bag from Walgreens. And when you're doing the carnivore diet and you're doing a dramatic weight loss experience, you might have to go through this too. And that's the only reason I'm out here talking about this right now. And if you have any other solutions, this is where I need to reach out to the community for help. Maybe you have better solutions than what I have right here, but I want to talk about what I'm going to do to get started to hopefully fix this annoying situation I got going on. All right, one of the products I bought at Walgreens was Band-Aids. Well, just because I'm a truck driver, I get little nicks and stuff on my hands at times, and I just needed more Band-Aids. When you live in a house full of kids, you wind up running out of Band-Aids. So before we go much further, I did want to talk about what the situation is. Well, I have a serious case of jock itch going on right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix it and get this dealt with as quickly as possible. Now, I did reach out to several YouTube channels and I did not get anything for a response. All I heard was a bunch of crickets in the background. And that's perfectly okay, because I really wouldn't want to talk too much about this, but I think I would have tried to help if I had more experience with it, which I don't, and that's a problem for me. So I had to do a bunch of research. I also reached out to a really close friend that might have experienced this problem, and that person did, and I wanted to thank you because I know you're watching. Let's see, that product is right here. So when dealing with jock itch type situations, or fat folds is what some people call it. Some people call it apron belly type situations. You know, when you're going from 435 pounds down to a reasonable weight now, and we're going to go over that weight loss for this week too, a little bit later on in the video. But when you're doing that type of dramatic weight loss journey, yeah, you're going to have some issues of folding skin. You're going to have excess skin under the arms. You're going to have excess skin in the crotch region. And that's where the majority of my issues are going right now, because I'm a truck driver. I sit down for the majority of my job. I don't have a lot of room there, especially with the excess skin, to let everything breathe. Now, another problem that I think I have is athlete's foot. So typically, if you get something like jock itch, you need to take care of the athlete's foot at the same time, because if you have athlete's foot and you're not taking care of it, you're just going to perpetually continue getting jock itch all the time, because your feet go down through your undergarments, like your underwear, your pantyhose, or whatever, and then you're pulling them up tight, and you're bringing that fungus from your feet literally all the way up into your crotch region. And those folds there, even for a somewhat healthy person, can be a problem with moisture, heat, and sweating. So one thing that is recommended for all this is to wear loose-fitting underwear, undergarments. For men, yeah, they say to wear loose-fitting type boxer shorts to help those regions and areas breathe. Cotton, to be specific, is one of the things that they do discuss, and that's something I've been learning as I go. Now, I already wear cotton boxers, so I don't really have to change up my underwear type situation at this point, but I do have to take care of, you know, the weeping issue I have going on inside my leg, in between that little area, you know, between your crotch and your inner thigh. It's bad. I mean, it's really bad. So another one of these easy products you might have at your home to get started if you can't afford to go to the store. The easiest product that I can think of is this right here, cornstarch. Cornstarch is one of the main ingredients they use in most anti-itch type creams, for also jock itch and athlete's foot type situations. So if you have athlete's foot, you don't have the money to run to the store, there is an alternative. And since I've been doing the carnivore diet, I really don't see any other use for corn, except for the drying properties it might promote in certain key areas of your body at times. You could even use this in your socks, you know, similar to a type of foot powder. Now, the reason cornstarch is mentioned is because it works. Two, it's also one of the ingredients on the back of this product right here. This is a jock itch type powder you can buy at Walgreens. It's incredibly compact and small, easily fits in your medicine cabinet. And if we look back here on the facts, it says cornstarch right down here on the list of things. Now, again, this might not be the perfect product for everybody, because it might have something in here that just doesn't work for you. So definitely always, just like with our foods, we flip around the package. We need to read what's on the labels and just make sure it works for what we're trying to do, because this also contains fragrances. Some people are allergic to fragrances, so just keep the ingredient list in mind anytime you're searching for any products to go in a sensitive area. Now, another product I bought, just because I know this already works. This works really well for athlete's foot. This is Gold Bond medicated maximum strength foot powder, anti-itch with menthol 1% triple action formula. Absorbs, cools, and controls odor. Now this stuff does work for athlete's foot. I've been using a similar product to this, not quite as fancy with so many things to talk about, but Gold Bond medicated foot powder has always been a go-to for people that are on the construction type jobs, truck drivers that sit in the seat for 10-12 hours a day, rarely take their shoes off. Yeah, this definitely works. And all you have to do is just pop the top, take your sock before you put it on your foot, and just give it a couple shots. Doesn't take a whole lot, and then you just slide the foot right into the sock, and this takes care of the majority of your athlete's foot type issues. So here's another product I wanted to talk about specifically. This product right here is Lotrimin. It's a foot powder type spray. This works incredibly well for athlete's foot. If you have a really red sensitive type area, this is gonna sting and burn. I found that out the hard way when I was trying to remedy the issue inside my crotch region. So again, be very careful with these spray foot powders or spray any type of powders because you can have like literally a gasoline type burn in a really sensitive spot like the crotch region. Do not spray this down there. It hurts. I tried this before I even started getting all these other products, and it hurt for about 15-20 minutes, maybe a half an hour, and then the pain went away. Did not solve my problem whatsoever. Just created a lot of pain and redness. Don't do that. Now, another product I purchased at Walgreens was Bag Balm. This is a skin moisturizer type thing, and this is a product that was recommended by a very close friend of mine, and thank you. I'm going to give this a shot. This person said this product worked really well for a crotch itch type situation. So after you take a shower, you get your area completely dried off, and then sometimes you have to like spread your legs and just let it air dry. This might be very difficult for some depending on what type of housing type situation you have, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And after everything is all dried off, then you just take some of this Bag Balm and you just apply it to the infected area, and hopefully it will provide you some comfort and get this area remedied as quickly as possible. So this is all stuff I'm gonna have to try out over here and see how everything goes, because this is a really annoying issue, and if you have jock itch, athlete's foot, it really needs to be dealt with like yesterday, almost immediately should be dealt with. Now my last final product that I purchased is this Neosporin with lidocaine. Now Neosporin, most people do know about. It has antifungal properties, so if you have fungus going on in certain areas, Neosporin can help with athlete's foot, but it also helps with potential infections, you know, toenail infections and stuff like that. So I had a situation arise this week where I was putting on a sock in the morning and one of my toenails got caught on the sock. It pulled it away a little bit, and it pulled it away just enough that it pulled it back off. And then I didn't realize that my foot was already inside my boot. I didn't feel the pain of that until later on in the day. And then all of a sudden I was feeling pain like all over my foot. Didn't know what was going on. I was halfway through my work day. I struggled through it, got home, took my boots off, looked at my sock. It was covered in blood. And I'm like, fantastic. Now I have a bloody foot and a cut that I got to figure out in a very moist area, you know, with potential athlete's foot going on. So there's potential of infection going on. That's where this comes in, hopefully to help out a little bit and heal that cut area on the neighboring toe of the other toe that I messed up. So I got all kinds of issues going on right now. But all right, guys, every week I provide a weight loss update. I talk to people about what I've been doing with the carnivore diet, how I've been losing weight. A couple weeks ago, I did a dramatic egg fast. I was attempting a 5-day egg fast, which turned into a 4-day egg fast. And the 5th day turned into sardines and a 3/4 flat of blueberries. So about 3 ounces of blueberries and sardines. I lost 13.5 pounds that week. That was a dramatic weight loss there for me. And then the following week, which was the week after, is the week where I did a weight loss maintenance type week. And then this week was supposed to have been another kind of dramatic weight loss week. I had something planned that fell through. I was wanting to do a cod liver fast, and I never could find cod livers unless I order them from Amazon. I haven't done that yet, and I had to do grocery shopping, so bills, money, grocery shopping, everything gets a little bit expensive. But anyhow, this week turned into another weight loss type, maintenance type week where I was just eating ribeye steaks, some boiled eggs, pickled eggs, some sardines were in the mix. Very minimal off-scale type carnivore foods, and I do a 90-10 eating principle, and I do my weight loss like walking down a flight of stairs. I've been doing this for over 2 years, and it just works. 90-10 eating principle is my favorite go-to principle, especially for mindset. You can be more strict and still call it 90-10. You can be, just do 90-10, everything works out right. So that 10% could include off-scale carnivore stuff, maybe some snacks or some treats that I would normally crave in the past. But now that I'm doing the carnivore diet, I just eat primarily meats and fats, and then 10% love my life by maybe like, okay, I'll have a couple potato chips or something simple like that. Just keep it simple. And then you can say you had something. It helps your dopamine response in the brain for a little while, and then you can just go on with the carnivore diet. And now another thing I do is I do an OMAD type diet, because if I do OMAD, I can actually lose some weight. So my weight loss for the week, let's get this going here. Yeah, I walked down the hall this morning with my cat Gray Bear, and my cat has been doing this religiously throughout this entire weight loss journey. But I needed to get this scale set up, and I was having some issues here because somebody put a cord right over there, and that made it hard. And these books down here created a problem too. And I'm fumbling around a little bit at this point because I'm trying to get my shoes off. I finally get my shoes off, get the scale zeroed out. Now we get to see what I weighed for the week. And it's looking like 262, is it 9 or 8? 262.8 pounds. So, okay. Now, I actually did experience some weight loss this week, which is kind of cool. But when I was doing my first weight loss maintenance type week after that dramatic egg fast, I gained about 3 or 4 pounds back from the previous week of losing 13.5 pounds. Totally normal when fasting or doing any dramatic weight loss week, because as soon as we go back to normal maintenance type food, everything is going to normalize. Our water levels, everything's going to just get back to normal. So you gain back 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 pounds. That's something I've experienced throughout this entire weight loss journey with fasting practices. Now, this last week was a weight loss maintenance week too, because of the issues with CapCut. I wasn't able to use my video editor because it was tied in with a TikTok ban, bunch of nonsense going on there. It was all behind the stage voodoo. They had this figured out a long time ago. They knew it was going to happen. Basically everything TikTok and CapCut related switched over to meta files from what I heard. I could be wrong, but that's just what I heard. So yeah, again, everything is good. And I did wind up losing a couple pounds this week. So as always, hope to see you in the next one. You won't die if you try, you just might.